Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Automation Testing Online. In today's video, we are going to discuss loop statements. In Java, loop statements is used to repeatedly execute a block of code. There are types of loops which are for loop, while loop, do while loop, nested for loop, etc. First we'll discuss for loop. First I'll write the syntax and then I'll explain it. Here I have given that for integer I is equal to 0, where I have initiated a value. I have initiated 0 to integer I, and then I have given a condition which says that I should be less than 5. So 0 should be less than 5, and then that value has to be incremented. When I run the program, yes, we can see here that the word hello has been printed 5 times. So what has happened here? First, I have given the value I is equal to 0. So here it will check for the condition whether 0 is less than 5. Yes, 0 is less than 5. So first a hello is printed and then it is incremented. Now 0 becomes 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. So 0 becomes 1. Now I is equal to 1. 1 less than 5. Yes, 1 is less than 5. So again, second hello is printed. Now 1 is incremented. 1 is incremented to 2. Now I has changed to 2. Now again it will check for the condition. If 2 is less than 5, yes, 2 is less than 5. So third hello is printed. Again it will go here and then 2 is incremented where it becomes 3. I is changed to 3. 3 is less than 5. Then third hello is printed and then again it will come here. 3 plus plus is 4. 4 is less than 5. So fourth hello is printed and again it will go here. Now I is incremented where I becomes 5. So 5 is less than 5. No, 5 is not less than 5. 5 is equal to 5. So the condition ends here. So the loop stops here. This is how for loop works. If instead I am giving here 10, hello will be printed 10 times. This is how loop works. Now we'll see nested loop, nested for loop. Okay, that is a loop inside another loop. I will write the program and then I will explain it to you. So here I have given two conditions. I mean a loop inside another loop. So let's see what's going to be the output. First I'll save the program. Okay, so this is the output. See here friends, this is the output. I will explain it. Here, this is the inner loop and this is the outer loop. First, the inner loop has to be completed and then only it comes for the outer loop. The outer loop is for iterations. What is iteration? We'll understand when I explain it. So for the first condition, I is equal to 0. Yes, 0 is less than 3. So the condition is satisfied. It comes for the second line where j is equal to 0. 0 less than 3. So the condition is satisfied here. So here I is equal to 0. So 0 is printed and then space and then j. J is also 0. I have given here space because if I did not give any space, then these two will become as a addition operation. Okay, so for that purpose, I have given space here. Now this is the first iteration. First iteration is about 0. Okay, as I said, first the inner loop has to be completed and then only it comes for the outer loop. So I remains 0. So for the inner loop, now j plus plus 0 is incremented to 1, 1 less than 3 comes for the next line where I is 0 space and j is incremented to 1. So sorry, so here it is 1 space 1. Again the loop continues, j plus plus. Now j is incremented to 2. 2 less than 3, it comes for the next line where I is 0 space and then j is and then j is 2. Similarly for 3, now j is incremented to 3 where I remains 0. 3 is less than 3, no, it's not less than 3, it should be equal to 3. So the loop ends here and it goes for the next iteration, second iteration. The loop ends here, so it goes for the second iteration. Second iteration comes for the outer loop where I plus plus I is incremented to 1. Now again it comes for the inner loop. Again the process continues where I is 1. So it begins from 0 where j is 0, it begins from j is equal to 0. So 0 less than 3 and then here now the incremented value of I is 1, right? 1 and then space and then 0. Okay, where j is 0. Again j is incremented, j plus plus. So j now becomes 1. I was actually 1. So j becomes 1 and 1 less than 3, yes. Now the value of I is 1. So for 1 space j is also 1. Again j is incremented to 2. 1 space 2. So the second iteration is for 1 where I is 1. So the loop ends where 3 is less than, where it comes 3 is less than 3, the condition is not satisfied, so the loop ends here. Again it will go for the outer loop where I plus plus is incremented. Now I is incremented to 2. So now comes the third iteration. This iteration is for 2. So here I remains as 2. Again j is equal to 0, 2, j is equal to 1, 2 and j is equal to 2. So this is the output we have got here, friends. I'll run the program again and I'll show you. Okay, please see here 0 0 0 1 0 2 and then for the second iteration 1 0 1 1 1 2 and for the third iteration 2 0 2 1 2 2. I will show another example so that you could get a clear idea. Again here I have given an inner loop and we have an outer loop. Here I have given that system.out.print. Friends, you have to observe that I haven't given ln. I have just given print. This ln means it prints the output in a line. likewise. So it prints the output like this. But if I remove that ln, it prints in a row. Okay, see here, it prints like this. So this is the difference between print ln and print. You will understand why I have given this line here. So let's begin. Here the condition says that I is equal to 0. Sorry, I is equal to 1. So 1 is less than or equal to 3. As the condition is satisfied, it comes for the second line where j is equal to 1. Yes, 1 is less than or equal to 3. The condition is satisfied. Again, it comes here where we have asked to print 1. Since the condition is satisfied, 1 is printed. And then a space. Again, the loop continues. J plus plus. J is incremented to 2. Okay, j is incremented to where I remains 1. This is the first iteration, friends. As I said, the outer loop is for iterations. Okay, so for the first iteration, I remains 1 and j is incremented to 2. Is 2 less than or equal to 3? Yes. It comes for the next line where again 1 is printed. Since the condition is satisfied, whatever we have given here to print, it has to be printed. So 1 is printed again. It prints in a row. Please make a note of that point. I haven't given here ln, so it prints in a row. Again, j is incremented. Sorry, j is incremented. So j becomes 3 now, where I remains 1. Is 3 less than or equal to 3? Yes, 3 is equal to 3. So again, 1 is printed in a row. And then this loop ends. After the loop ends, the cursor comes for the next line where the cursor comes here. It comes for the outer loop. Outer loop, now I plus plus, I is incremented to 2. I becomes 2. And again, the inner loop begins. This is for the second iteration. So for the second iteration, I becomes 2 and j is again, it begins from 1. 1 less than or equal to 3, yes. So the condition is satisfied. Again, 1 is printed and is within a space it is printed, and then again j is incremented. J becomes 2 and then 2 less than or equal to 3, yes, the condition is satisfied. Again, after the space here 1 is printed. Likewise, j plus plus, where j is incremented to 3. 3 is less than or equal to 3, yes, again 1 is printed here. Now this loop is completed. It comes for the next line where the cursor comes for the next line. Now comes the third iteration. So for the third iteration, I is incremented. Now I becomes 3. Again, the inner loop begins from 1. Similarly, j is incremented and again 1 is printed 3 times in a row. After the loop is completed, the cursor comes and stands in the next line. This is how it works. Now I'll run the program for you, friends. Let's see what's the output. Okay. So this is what I have explained here. So I hope, friends, you have got a clear idea how does for loop works, how does nested for loop works. Now we'll discuss about while loop. I have already written the coding. I will explain it. So here I have initiated the value integer I is equal to 1, and then here I have given the condition while I is less than or equal to 3. the word hello has to be printed, and then the incremental begins. So when I is 1, whether 1 is less than or equal to 3, the condition is satisfied, hello is printed, and then I plus plus, that is 1, is incremented. Now I becomes 2 and checks whether 2 is less than or equal to 3. Yes, it is 2 is less than or equal to 3, so hello is printed again, and then it comes for the increment. This loop continues until I becomes 4, because 4 is not less than or equal to 3, so the loop ends there. As we can see here, the output is 3 times hello is printed. It is similar to for loop, or only there is a change in the syntax. And we have another type of loop called infinity while loop, where I'm not initializing anything, I'm just giving here while true. If it is true, hello has to be printed. So for this type of loop, there is no limit. It will be keep on printing. I will just, okay. So this is keep on printing. So this is called as infinity loop. We have another type of loop called do while loop. So first I will create a class for that. First I'll write the coding and then I will explain it step by step. So this is the syntax for do while loop. In do while loop, first I have initiated the value and then I have asked to print hello. Then the increment is done. At the last step only, the condition, it checks for the condition. At the last step, it will check whether 1 is less than or equal to 3. So within the block itself, the increment is done. So this is how do while loop works. Hello is printed 3 times. This is all about loops. I have given only a few examples. There are so many examples available on the internet. You can practice all those examples. So we will meet in my next video with a new topic. Thank you.